Shalom Israel first. I need all praise and glory on it. How about Shemiah Shabbat Shemakakadash? We're going to see Pastor Elder Millstone, Peace Citation from Orthodox of Israel. For this lesson, I want to title it Pulling Down Strongholds. Alright, and really just going into how this truth, is pulling down strongholds, and, the labor and work that's getting put in, forwarding this truth, it's not in vain. Because look at the condition of this man's kingdom when this truth start coming out. It's just been spiraling down the drain. And let me read 2 Corinthians 10:3. Start bringing home the points. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh." All right. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds." Alright, so this is a spiritual thing, as Elder Apostle Gabar says, what you can't see is greater than what you do see, So Jake that thinks that we gon' inherit the kingdom by having guns, Esau's blessing, that's the stupidest shit ever, They don't understand that spiritual powers are coming. They don't understand. They really don't understand what they're involved in, because how you gonna fight Esau with his own blessing, and that's why, and that's what Esau wants you to do, he wants you to post guns and do this, that, and third, so that way he's justified in coming in and rolling, that's why we're supposed to be blameless, and not putting your faith in a fucking gun, that can jam, if the Lord allows it. But I'm gonna reread this again, or I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushua." All right. Okay, I'm gonna read this in the NLT. It says, "We are human," third verse, "but we don't wage war as humans do." All right. "We use the Most High's mighty weapons, not worldly weapons, to knock down the strongholds of human reasoning and destroy false arguments." And I believe there's a scripture. What's it? There you go. Ecclesiastes 9:18. "Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good." All right. And, this truth, damn. Fucking habit. This truth, is what's basically, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, this is what's bringing this kingdom down. All right, because it's prophesied that once the elect wake up, then that's when the destruction gonna come. You can read Revelation 7 chapter, of the beginning. Heard not the earth, neither the sea, till we have sealed the servants of the Most High in their foreheads. So, that's what has to happen, and that's what's happening. That's why Esau is going so hard to try to demonize this truth and stop it, but he can't stop it, and that's why all we have to do, is do what we're told, teach his word, and basically wake up the sheep, if you love me, feed my sheep. Well, let me get this one first. All right, the Lord ain't say, go huddle, so whatever what these other Israelite groups are doing, go get some land and build you a city and blase, or get some weapons and we gonna conquer them. Like, no, it's not written, Oh, Zephaniah, there you go. Zephaniah 3:8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashemiah Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. And that's what the Lord's doing, or that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to bring that vengeance, that destruction. We're not going to do nothing but do what we're told. What we're told is to teach His truth. The Lord, He got the rest. He's going to bring the physical aspect. Because what did the Lord say? What did the Lord compare us to? Worms. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. Let me get that. Isaiah 41:14. It says, I'll start at. I'll just get straight to the point. You can read. Let me read this. Isaiah 41. Start at 13. For I, the Lord, the Lord Yahweh, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. It says, fear not, thou worm Jacob. And a worm is not a deadly insect. A worm, it has no power. It's defenseless. But guess what? Yahweh Bashim outside said they got us. They're gonna protect us. They're gonna be pulling the strings. They're gonna be bringing the destruction, the vengeance. All that belongs to the Lord, as the scripture said. All right, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. What's that? Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? What's that talking about? It's talking about Yahweh Shah bringing the destruction upon this place. So, we gotta remain spiritual and understand that all we gotta do is this. Is this truth? Teach. That's it. It says, I'll reread that. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and thou shalt make them. Thou shalt make the hills as chaff. All right, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument. And who's going to do that? The Lord, Yahweh Bashmi outside. He's going to bestow upon His men spiritual power. To bring judgment. But until then, that whole walking around with sticks and being carnal with this damn carnal beast himself, you're not going to win that war. Because the Lord, He gave us the instruction manual on how to move, how to operate. What's that? Yahweh Shah said, be therefore harmless as doves and wise as serpents, roughly paraphrasing. I believe I said that earlier, but Spirit wanted to come out again. So all we got to do is teach this truth. Because these nations, they see that they see what's going on. The world is seeing the awakening of our people, and it's really fucked the world, But Esau, because it's his kingdom right now. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So really, he's the one that's in control, on the left hand side, because he don't control shit, but what the Lord allows him. But Salaki for rambling. But this is Revelation 11 and straight to 11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. A great fear fell upon them which saw them. All right, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying, "Come up." Hold up. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. All right, so it starts with the awakening first. All right, and then it's going to become physical. That's when Esau going to start to roll. Revelation 12:12. Behold, let me just get it since it's right here. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice. Nah, nigga, don't speed up now. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and to the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So, Esau, he's scared. He's scared. Esau is scared. All right, he shooketh. All right, that's why he's going so hard to demonize this truth. and just, he can't just directly, attack, I guess you would say. He literally has to plan these things out, because he understands that, God damn, I can't speak. He understands that, if he were to roll on the men of the Lord right now, a standard would be lifted, and anytime, let's get that. Isaiah 59. Damn. Alright, Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Alright. So that's what we have our faith in. That's what's coming. Not, oh yeah, when Esau rolls in, I'm gonna grab my gun and I'm gonna be prepared. Fuck no. The Lord may have it to where you do that, you have everything all planned and your gun jam. Just to make you just to show you how stupid that was, But yeah, I might end the lesson here. Fucking traffic, bro. Well, yeah, I might end the lesson here. I was just meditating earlier that, this truth, it's pulling down strongholds, So all we got to do is continue to remain spiritual and trust in Yahweh Shemi Shai, do what we got to do, and the Lord will take care of the rest. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying and well said. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai, Until next time, shalom.